Good morning. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. It's Wednesday, August 14th. I will note for the record that all three commissioners are present here in the Nat U Hill room, and we will begin with our public statement. We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, renew our commitment to welcome and protect the rights of all people, regardless of age, race, color, creed, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, economic status, and national origin. And we affirm the right of every person to live peacefully and without fear, and we will fight and resist at every step discrimination and harmful policies, whatever their source. We also stand in support of our county public school systems, both RBB and MCCSC. And with that, we will move on to department updates. Good morning.
Good morning, commissioners. So wastewater concentrations of COVID have continued to increase in our area. According to the CDC, KP3.1.1 is now the dominant strain. Primary symptoms still include fever, cough, and fatigue. The health department still has free COVID tests available. You can come in Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we are still waiting on news for an anticipated date for our updated COVID and flu vaccines.
Okay. Thank you so much. Comments or questions? Commissioner Githens?
Ms. Kelly already answered my regular question about vaccines, so thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
No questions here. Thank you so much. All right. Does any other department have an update for us today? We have a few updates. First, just a note that we are anticipating the Phase 2 environmental report on the North Park project to be arriving soon. And when that does, if there are no issues, we will continue to look at that property, and we have not made a decision yet, but we've clearly put a lot of effort into that study. And also want to note that we are really delighted with the ruling in the annexation court case. Judge Nykirk wrote a great ruling on that trial, and we really appreciate it, and really thank all the residents of Monroe County who stood up and stepped up and really made a difference for themselves. And I would just encourage residents of the city of Bloomington to contact the mayor and or city council members as they determine whether or not to launch an appeal on that ruling. And the question I would ask is how much money has been spent so far in that process. So Commissioner Githens, you have another update?
Yes, I just wanted to report on the fact that last evening we went before the Monroe County Council to present our recommendations for COLA increase for this year. We recommended a 5.2% based upon historical data and current CPI information, so that we looked back since 2021, and in order to keep county employees sort of even, we feel that that's the appropriate amount. When I also supplied information indicating that over the past year, median housing prices in Bloomington rose 10%. And of course, we know that what makes things affordable is not only the cost of housing, but also what wages are. And so that tends to make a big difference. And then I also attached for their reading an article on the fact that more teens are out in the workforce to help contribute to their family income. So it makes it even more important that we support our employees with this kind of a raise.
Thank you. Great. Ah, great. Thank you. I can't see that on my screen. Thank you, Mr. Cockrell. We have a department update from planning. Ms. Nestor-Jelen, Director, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'd like to just make an update about where we are at with the County Development Ordinance. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So our website, the county website, and also monroecdo.com provides the latest information for anyone that's interested in getting involved in the County Development Ordinance. Just for those of you in the public who would like to know a little bit more about what the County Development Ordinance entails, it's going to be a rewrite of the zoning ordinance, the subdivision control ordinance, as well as a rezone of all the zoned jurisdiction area in the county. So that excludes City of Bloomington and the town of Ellettsville. We have a full draft of the CDO on our website, as well as the draft zoning map. We have just sent out mail notices, so about 39,500 people will receive a postcard in the mail. This is a statutory requirement that we post a mail notice to all property owners. This will include all owners within the county jurisdiction, but also if you're 1/8 of a mile within the town of Ellettsville or the City of Bloomington or outside of the county jurisdiction, you are also statutorily required to receive this mail notice. So if you receive this notice and you want to get involved, please join us for the public hearing. It will be on September 24th, 5:30 in the Nat U. Hill room at the courthouse. It will also be held hybrid, so you will have a chance to attend virtually and stay updated on this website. There'll be ways for you to comment ahead of time. If you can't make that date, we'll make sure to capture your comments, whether you want to call in, email us, or fill out an online form. We will have all of those options available to you. We have planners on staff Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and they're happy to answer any questions that you might have about a particular property or just in general. You can call us at 812-349-2560, or you can email our office at planningoffice@co.monroe.in.us. So we'll be happy to answer any questions that anyone might have, and just want to make you aware that you'll hopefully be receiving a mail notice here soon.
Great, thank you, Ms. Nestor-Jelen. Let's see if there's any questions from my colleagues. Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't, thank you.
Commissioner Githens?
No, I'm continuing to slog through the whole thing, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you to you and your staff for all your hard work to get us to this place, so I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other departments that wish to offer an update? I have to look at the other screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to see her too.
All right. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to public comment. Public comment is on our agenda as a spot of time reserved for items that are not on our agenda for folks to offer commentary. Please limit your time to 3 minutes per person. And please state your name and county of residence as well. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Commissioners. I'm Eric Spoonmore, Monroe County resident, also president of the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce. Appreciate the opportunity to address you this morning with my comments. Also appreciate all the work you do to serve Monroe County residents and businesses and the very complex issues you have to routinely navigate in our community, including the construction of a new jail. Both the Bloomington and Ellettsville chambers have been working closely together on a variety of issues that impact the greater community, and today we wanted to come to you to address the site planning discussions and land acquisition of the new jail facility. We understand that time is of the essence with this matter and that there's a desire to make decisions on the location of the new jail very soon. And so we drafted a joint letter from both chambers of commerce that was presented to the county council at their meeting last night and also distributed to the Board of Commissioners yesterday. I won't read it here again, but just want to reiterate that we sincerely hope you can take our request into consideration and add this fourth site to the list of potential locations for the new jail. We do believe there's a great number of benefits to the community that this new location could provide, especially the cost savings to taxpayers in Monroe County. I don't have specific land costs here to present to you today, but I'm sure that information could be made available to county leaders if you requested it from the property owners. It's just my opinion, but I do think we can safely say that these 100 or so available acres would come at a fraction of the cost of any of the other 3 site options that are currently under consideration. Those significant savings of taxpayer dollars could then be used for enhancing the much needed additional services and programs that would aid those being housed in the new jail. And so on behalf of the residents and the businesses that are funding this project through their tax dollars, we're here today because we understand the door is still open on any of the sites, and we hope you can add this newest option to your cost benefit list and explore the possibility of putting the new jail in a more central location, closer to services at a significant savings to the community. Thank you, and also thank you for your remarks on the recent annexation judgment. That was important for the community to hear.
Good morning. My name is Krista Curtis. I am the president of the Greater Ellisville Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. A little ashamed to say this is my first commissioners meeting, but I am glad to be here. I am here today to just share thoughts from the community. I'm a resident of Ellisville. I also was one of the founding members of the Envision Ellisville project, and I am currently serving on the Envision Ellisville Advisory Board. So if you don't know what Envision Ellisville is, in 2019, we started the process of developing a community-wide vision for the future of our town. Also in 2019, the Community Foundation and the BEDC released the Monroe County Quality of Place and Workforce Attraction Plan. That document identified Ellisville as a critical piece of the puzzle, a place where there is opportunity to meet the housing demand, attract new employers, and also to improve how people experience living in our county. I believe that what's good for Ellisville is good for the county, and I believe that we are linked, and so I'm happy to be here and be a part of this conversation. I also can relate to the slog that you were talking about because we're going through some similar processes in our town. The Envision Ellisville plan was adopted as our town's comprehensive plan. We added a land use plan, and now we're in the process of updating our unified development ordinances. So I understand that process. Those things are very, very important. And our goal is to create a new identity for our community and a new future for our community. So I want to also, while I'm here, also express my appreciation for you coming to Ellisville and having 2 public meetings. I think that was really important for our community to have a chance to have their voice be heard. And I know that some of that was met with emotion, some surprise, and a little bit of discouragement, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's natural for the people of our community to have questions about how this fits into our plan for the future and how we can collaborate with the county. I also feel it's really important that Ellisville's voice is considered and respected as we move through this project together. Eric has hit most of the points that I'm also hearing from my community. It includes cost of the North Park property as compared to other options, the location, how it impacts our community's plans for the future, and also just a desire to have more communication and collaboration on this topic moving forward, but also a question of whether this is the best and highest use of the North Park property. So I'm glad to have the chance to bring that forward to you. Also, just one more thing I wanted to say. I really admire the way you start your meetings with that statement of inclusion. And that was really important to me when we were developing a vision for our community, that all the voices of our community were considered and that we were as inclusive as possible. So again, today I'm here representing those voices and just asking respectfully if we could also consider this option. So, because you mentioned you're still not to a final decision. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Craig Cowden, president of the Don Cowden Foundation, which controls Cowden Enterprises, and we own the land on Vernal. The reason I'm here is I'm an Ellisville resident, and I love Ellisville. And when I saw the jail was going to go on 46, I thought, I don't want the jail there. It's going right into our community, and it's going to sit there. And you have all the medical facilities around there. The VA is going to go there. And I thought, so we own the land on Vernal Pike, and it's probably closer to the courthouse than the Kreider land. And so I reached out, and so we have 53 acres, and I'm very willing to sell for appraised value. I don't want to make any money on it. And what even better, last night I found out the land that is contiguous to our land is also available. And it's 54 acres, so you're going to have 100 acres, and it's probably going to be, I don't know, 2/3 of the cost of buying the 40 acres off of Kreider. We are on a sewer line, so we don't have a sewer plant there. So I hope you would consider that. And I know you said you're still open to it. And I'm here if you have any questions about the property.
No. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Anyone else have public comment for items not on our agenda? My colleagues have anything they want to add?
You know, I like to play with numbers. And each month that we delay any movement on the jail, in terms of the delayed cost for building, is over $800,000. If we're taking out a loan for $200 million. And so we do need to be very, very cognizant of timelines here.
Anything you want to add?
I don't think that we're taking anything completely off the table at this point, but there is a particular site that we're considering and have already put quite a bit of money into figuring out whether or not it's a possibility. We don't yet know if it's a possibility. I think this property would be a good property to keep in mind for a backup.
Yeah, and just to be clear, we actually only have one property that we're investigating right now, not three. So it's important to remember that. So thank you, everyone. All right. I'm sorry, there's someone else.
There's someone else with their hand raised, TSD?
I don't know why I can't see this stuff. I guess I have to go into the meeting. TSD, is there someone else who wishes to speak?
Yes, my name is Dee Burris, and I am the owner of the property adjacent to Mr. Cowden. I became aware of this yesterday, and we are also very willing to sell at appraised value, and I agree that those two parcels are parcels about 59 acres, and the two of those parcels together, I believe, can be purchased for substantially less than the North Park property. It also concerns me that anybody coming from Indianapolis, the first thing they're going to see as they enter to either go to football game, wherever they're going, is going to be the jail. And I'm just not sure that that is what we want our community to be the first thing people see.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Burris. Appreciate you joining us today. Okay. I don't see any other public comment. Let's move on to our next agenda item, please.
Yes, I move approval of the minutes from August the 8th, 2024.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments, corrections, or edits?
No.
No? All right. All those in favor of approving the minutes for August 8th, 2024 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. That would have been August 7th. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
August 7th minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Next item, please.
Move approval of the claims docket, accounts payable August 14th, 2024.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and we have Ms. Gregory joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. The accounts payable claims docket for today, August 14, 2024, totals $1,365,857.92. This includes all emergency claims and adjustments.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions? Commissioner Githens?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
I don't either. And I hope at some point we can have a discussion about formatting, because I think there's a formatting issue with the claims where lines are getting cut off. So we can talk about that at some point. That would be great. Yeah. Excellent. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. Raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium in Nat U. Hill. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the claims docket, accounts payable, August 14th, 2024, signify by saying aye. 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 Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Auditor Gregory, for your help. All right, we do not have any reports today, and we have 2 items on new business. It's a very nice agenda. Thank you for the nice agenda. I'll go with that. Thank you, Commissioner Githens.
Yes. Move approval of the NDOT design agreement for Business 37 North Bridge number 913 replacement. Fund name, Business 37 North Bridge number 913. Fund number to be determined, and in an amount of $776,480.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Ms. Ridge.
Good morning. So Monroe County was awarded this bridge replacement project in the spring of 2024. We went through the RFP process for the consultant selection. NDOT has approved that. The contract with the consultant has been assigned and approved now through the NDOT process also. The contract is for an 80% reimbursement for the design of the bridge project, and the construction of the project is in fiscal year 2029.
All right, thank you. Comments, questions? Commissioner Jones? No, I don't. Commissioner Githens?
No.
So could you, Ms. Ridge, can you review that total cost then of $776,480, 80% reimbursement?
That is the 80% reimbursement. Okay. The total contract, I believe, was on here a couple weeks ago, was 913.
Yeah, that's okay. Yes. That makes sense.
So
thank you.
So we get that approved, and then we come back for the 80% of that contract to be reimbursed.
Got it.
Just for clarification, also, I think that, is this in fact reimbursable, or will the state just pay that $700 straight up? So this
is reimbursable.
Gotcha.
Okay. The only part of a project that is not reimbursable is construction.
Got it. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate that clarification. All right. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. Raise your hand in the Teams or come to the podium in Nat U. Hill. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the NDOT design agreement for Business 37 North Bridge number 913 replacement signify by saying aye. 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 Motion carries 3-0. Next item, please.
Move approval of E&B paving change order for Marlin Hills Drainage / Paving Project. Fund name, ARPA, fund number 8950, in an amount of $6,500.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Ms. Ridge.
So we are trying to finish up the Marlin Hills Drainage and Paving Project. This is provided funding through the ARPA, American Rescue Plan Act. It's the last portion of the project to finish up the drainage. It's scheduled to be paved August 26th. And we came across some other inlets that needed repaired. We're still under budget of what was in that account line. So just wanted to bring this back for approval in that fund.
Great. Thank you so much. Comments, questions, Commissioner Githens?
I'm sure the residents of Marlin Hills will appreciate.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I agree with Commissioner Githens.
Yeah, I'm glad that these are the kinds of things that can be done that help increase the longevity of the new roadway. So I appreciate that effort. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. Raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium and Nat U. Hill. Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the EMB paving change order for Marlin Hills Drainage Paving Project signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. It's a nice short agenda.
Never seen this before.
Do we have any appointments today? We do not. No. Okay. But I will note that we are looking for a redevelopment commission member. So we are looking for folks to apply at co.monroe.in.us, but also for any of our boards and commissions, because it's August and it's time to start thinking about 2025. So we do encourage our residents to take a look and see what they are interested in and to please apply. The next fund drives that we're holding in conjunction with the Red Cross and hosted at Ivy Tech Shreve Hall, Wednesday, August 28th, 1 to 6, and Thursday, August 29th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Go to redcross.org to make an appointment or drop in. So we do continue to hold office hours every month via Teams. Just go to the calendar at co.monroe.in.us and look for the dates. There are 6 dates each month where you have the opportunity to talk to us individually one-on-one. And at co.monroe.in.us, you can sign up for our resident alert system, which is especially handy when there are weather and health and road-related emergencies or updates. So click on the megaphone on our homepage and sign up today. You can receive notification by email, text, or phone call, or all of the above. And we are still offering rural housing repair, utilizing our American Rescue Plan Act dollars, and in conjunction with our colleagues on the council. There are dollars available for folks who are owner-occupied residents outside the city and the town, who need housing repair but low moderate income and cannot afford them. So these are basic repairs like roofing and carpentry, HVAC, windows, etc. We ask you to please contact your township trustee to apply. And if you live in Perry Township outside the city of Bloomington and wish to apply, you may contact our office directly. Are there any other announcements that I've missed?
No, we forgot to announce last week that school had resumed.
That's right.
Yeah, so please be careful.
Yeah. Yes, please drive carefully for sure. The school buses are out and about. So yeah, and around the school zones, please, please, please. All right. Thank you for that. We do have a work session with one item on it. Should we come back at 10:45? Sorry, I'm used to 11, whatever. 10:45?
Sure.
10:45 work for you? Great, excellent. We are off next week, so we will come back on the 28th of August. And I will remind folks that we are going to be hearing the petition that we heard at the work session last week on the Robertson Trail property. We're actually going to be hearing that at 5:30 on Monday, August 26th. So we'll make sure that gets on the calendar and make sure that area residents know. There were a lot of people who were interested in commenting, so we're having an evening meeting to accommodate that. All right, with that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.